man,
Yeah.
if that's what that person needs to
Yeah.
do right now,
Right.
like, God bless them, right?
Right.
So like,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you know what's coming up as you're talking, because you're talking about, again, we're coming into this full compassion, we're coming into full acceptance, we're coming into forgiveness, and the word I'm hearing is forgiveness. And this, again, even what I mentioned earlier about the disconnect from the mother and father, the blame that we might have on our past ancestors. If we don't come around to forgiveness, and that's, even, you started this call on a very pertinent, powerful, emotional charge, right? And of what you experience, and like, can we forgive that, you know, that officer that did what he did to that being? And you know, and that's a big ask for a lot of people. I mean, I practice forgiveness every single day. You know, meditation is what brings me into that space. You know, the end of my meditations are always like the Ho'oponopono prayer. You know, they're always like, you know, can I'm always, for many years now, been saying, can I forgive myself, and then forgive the actions that I've done on other people, whether that be emotion, whether I know it, whether I'm aware of it or not, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? I've been doing that for many years, and that's a rewiring process, right? And still now and again, little moments of discord can come in, and then you have to come back to center, you know, because when you go out there and look at some of the atrocities, they're really difficult. If you haven't done a level of cleaning, it's difficult to see the bigger picture and the wounds that they're in, and have full empathy and compassion of what they must be going through. And I think you've said it throughout this call today, but truth is connection. Love is connection. We are always connected. We are always divinely perfect. We are miracles in flesh. There's no doubt about that. That's a divine truth. But we've allowed ourselves to believe and stick to what Dara calls the Velcro suit of these false beliefs about who we are, what we are, where we need to get our love, and so on. So I'm feeling like this is coming at the moment into a beautiful, for me, awareness, a heightened awareness through the pausing, through the breath, that even though it's really challenging right now, and even though many of our brothers and sisters are going through serious challenges, there is a divine perfection at play. And this is part of the process that we're witnessing. And that I know that for the ones that maybe are feeling even in that more dense, that would be, for them, they might think that I was being condescending or like dismissive, or like I'm not considering them. But that's not what I'm pointing to. I'm just pointing to that there is a divine orchestra at play. And when you said it at the beginning, if we realize we don't fully know and we get ourselves out the way, we actually enable ourselves to be part of that bigger truth.
Yes, my bro. I resonate. And, you know, with that magnitude of a task, that's why for me, you know, the symbol of being lion-hearted and courage, I feel like our big part of the medicine that we're all needing is just to really find the courage to meet the challenges that we're being faced with. And it's like, really, it's heart work. It's heart work, man. And it's heavy lifting right now, in a lot of ways. And yet every repetition, every little bit of discomfort that we lean into, or transmutation that we can make space for through our communications, through intentional interactions, or through navigating our own internal space, what we stand to gain from that is so juicy and rich and deep and sacred. And yeah, I mean, you presence that in the intentional dialogue. It's like, and I've done that with my partner. We have our moments, you know, where it's like, it feels like there's no love in the space. There's pain, there's heaviness, and then all of a sudden, through a shared witnessing, and again, it requires the person speaking. This is what I love about this process that you presenced. the other person can't have empathy for you if you have not in some way, at least in that relational dynamic, communicated what it is that you're going through
Boom.
in a way with you having had to have empathy for yourself, because you had to connect to it and own it without saying,
this is our time to rise.